The Seven Wonders of the Ancient World is a list of classical constructions, most of them destroyed nowadays. People back in the day would say everyone should see them at least once in their lives. The origin of these top 7 most touristic ancient places comes from the Hellenic times, which went from the death of Alexander the Great in 323 before Christ to the suicide of Cleopatra, Pharaoh of Egypt, in the year 31st before Christ. Even though the list has changed over the centuries according to different historians, the final one was established by the mid-16th century, when the German artist Martin van Heemskerk painted his series of pictures on these wonders. Lots of emblematic places were left behind, such as Stonehenge in the UK or the Great Wall in China. Do you want to know which were the chosen ones? Get ready, we're traveling back in time. Our first stop takes us to the historical city of Babylon, where Iraq is nowadays, to contemplate its hanging gardens, a majestic site built by the king Nebuchadnezzar II for his wife Amytis. It had floors and floors of vaulted terraces with an astonishing flora, palm trees and fruit trees watered by the Euphrates River. It was so incredible that people nowadays doubt its actual existence, since there are no remains left. From Iraq, we go to Turkey, to the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, a gigantic tomb 40 meters long and 46 meters tall, built for Mausolus, a governor of the Persian Empire. Each floor was richly decorated with sculptures made by Greek artists, and it was so famous that it gave rise to the term mausoleum. It made it through invasions of the barbarians and the Arabs, and through the destruction of the city by Alexander the Great, but it collapsed after an earthquake in 1404. And we're staying in Turkey a bit longer, in the old Ephesus. By the banks of the Aegean Sea, there was the Temple of Artemis, Greek goddess of the hunt and virginity. It had a similar structure to that of the Parthenon in Athens, though it was 4 times bigger and almost twice as tall. Unfortunately, it was destroyed during a fire provoked by Erostratus, a shepherd who wanted to be remembered as the destroyer of the most beautiful building in the world. He did it the same night Alexander the Great was born. If we go south in Greece, we can find the Isle of Rhodes, and on its port we would have seen the Colossus of Rhodes, a huge bronze statue of Helios, god of the sun, 32 meters tall. Same as the Statue of Liberty, only built 2,000 years earlier. Its sculpture, Chairs of Lindus, didn't think of the high cost of the materials, ended up broke and committed suicide. The sculpture didn't have a happier ending. It was demolished by an earthquake 66 years after its construction. In Olympia, the cradle of the games, there was another impressive sculpture, the statue of Zeus. It was 12 meters tall, sculpted in ivory and solid gold by Phidias, author of the frieze of the famous Parthenon. People used to say the Roman Emperor Caligula made his soldiers cut the head of the statue off to place his instead. But when they got close to the temple, they heard Zeus' loud laugh and ran away, terrified. In the end, it was destroyed during a fire. And we're moving to Egypt now, specifically to Alexandria. Can you guess who founded it? Of course, Alexander the Great. The most important harbor in the world was there, marked by the Tower of Pharos in Alexandria. This would later on give name and shape to these characteristic maritime buildings, the lighthouses. It was 134 meters tall, and for thousands of years it was one of the tallest structures built by men, until it was destroyed in 1323 by an earthquake. In Egypt, we can finally find the only wonder that's still standing nowadays, the Great Pyramid of Giza, tomb of Pharaoh Cheops. It is also by far the oldest, from the 26th century before Christ, and the tallest, 146 meters tall and 230 meters long. It has 2.3 million blocks of stone, each one of them about 2.5 tons heavy, average, though some of them weighed 60 tons. Still nowadays, people don't know how the Egyptians could build it. And this is the end of our trip around the 7 wonders of the ancient world, TikTakers. Though, if you are still curious, let us tell you something. There are also the 7 wonders of the modern world. Do you want to visit them as well? Leave a comment and let us know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!